Estate Show with Michele Cummins and myself, Curtis Pope. Well, good morning, Michele.
Glad it's a good morning, Curtis.
It is a good morning.
Yeah.
It is for now. I have to go play softball later. We'll see how that works.
Oh, you're going to have fun.
I hope so. I mean, the weather forecast is not looking stellar, but you know what? The ground's a lot softer if I fall down when it's raining.
You got cleats.
I do.
See, that helps.
It does help.
I need cleats for this year's thing that I'm doing.
Oh, right. You're going to do the softball tournament again?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay.
And I think cleats will help.
It definitely helps.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. So, gosh, another Saturday.
Another Saturday. Don't ask me what show we're on. You always have to give me that number.
Number 221.
You knew it's 221. Okay. Wow.
I try to keep track once in a while.
That's impressive.
If it's not for our podcast, it would be very hard to keep track.
That's true. It would be very hard. I'd have to go back and count them individually, and that would take a long time.
Oh, yes. How many years? 4 years?
Yeah.
2018?
I'd have to go home and count the bottles,
yeah.
the empties. Oh, I mean, sorry.
Oh, my gosh. So I want to say thank you to everyone, all my clients especially, because we got the top 100 agents of Western Canada for all of RE/MAX, and I'm number 19 out of 7,000 realtors.
Wow.
Yeah, so my clients keep me in the top 100, and I'm just so thankful.
Top 100? That's top 20.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. But it's a lot of fun. I'm very competitive, if you couldn't tell.
I can tell.
I always say when I mentor realtors, and when, I always say the only competition is yourself. You're your worst enemy, and you could be your best blessing. It just depends on what you want out of life and how you focus and what you do and how you look at things. So I never see other realtors as competition, because there is enough business out there for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, what do you want to do? The world is your oyster, and actually there's no limit of what you can do and how and your success in real estate, or because you can do so much. Real estate, it's so vast. It's just that's what's so fun about it too. You can have a niche. You can do everything. You could it's really whatever.
Yeah,
however much you want to do, or
yeah,
not.
we've discussed how some people do it kind of part-time. Some people do it full-time. Some people take one or two listings at a time. Some people can take a whole lot more. Depends if they're working with a team or by themselves. And there's all kinds of levels.
And I'm so excited to mentor. I've got some realtors who want to come on board at the RE/MAX Magnolia, the new RE/MAX in Mission. And we should be opening up hopefully towards the end or in summertime. So I'm very excited about how that's coming along. And later we'll talk about more of the process of what's going on.
Yeah, I can't wait to get the update and how things are going.
Yeah. But I wanted to talk because Alex Cote, one of our mortgage partners out of Abbotsford, he gave me some information yesterday I want to share with our listeners. So the Bank of Canada is again holding the rate. I know we just talked about this. I think it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Yes, it feels like it was last week, but this just came out last week. So the Bank of Canada rate holding steady. So for the second time in a row, the Bank of Canada has held rates steady at 4.5%. The bank has also indicated that it will be continuing its policy of quantitative easing, according to their monetary policy report. The bank expects the rate of inflation to drop to around 3% in the middle of this year. Across Western nations around the globe, inflation is easing in part thanks to lower energy prices, a normalizing global supply chain, and tighter monetary policy. Tiff Macklem, it says the Bank of Canada's governor, told reporters Wednesday that Canadians can expect welcome relief on the inflation front after years of rampant price acceleration. Yet this slight breather doesn't come without a caveat, with the bank warning that interest rates could rise again to bring inflation back down to its stated 2% target. The Bank of Canada does project Canada's economy to increase by 1.4% in 2023 and 1.3% next year, and its long-term forecast for 2025 is at 2.5%. Typically, an increase in GDP, that's economic growth, will trigger an increase in average interest rates, while a decrease in real GDP, a recession, causes a decrease in economic interest rates. The Bank of Canada is scheduled to meet next on June 7th, so we will find out what they say then.
All right, but that is some good news. I mean, I have noticed that the prices in the grocery store are starting to come down a little bit. So, it's nice that we're getting a little relief.
How about gas prices?
Well, those are always up and down, up and down, up and down. I can't tell if it's, I just put how much money I put in my tank and just kind of cry a little bit at the pump, and then I carry on with my day.
I can starve for, 5 days, 6, 7 days, but not my truck.
Yeah.
It can't. It needs gas.
No, and it's funny how $25, $50 doesn't go as far in the car. I'll just throw 25 in. Well, that's hardly put anything in the tank at all.
5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that's going to get me to White Rock. Now what am I going to do once I get there?
Yeah, in fact, my gas light's on right now.
Yeah, there we go. Well, that always happens. You always seem to come in here with your gas light on.
I know. It happens like a couple times a week. I don't know why. I love driving, though.
You need to get your motorbike on the road.
I do. I know, and yesterday was so gorgeous.
That'll save you a few bucks.
It will. Actually, that tank isn't that big, though.
No.
It's like I have to constantly stop and get more gas.
Yeah, but then you're only putting in like $20.
It's true. It's true. Do you ever carry cash around?
What's that?
Yeah, exactly.
I have 3 kids in my house. I mean, they're all teenage. Well, one's 20 even. I don't have any cash. Come on.
Yeah, and if you did, it would be gone.
Yeah, exactly.
So why carry it around? Cash used to be king, but that's not the case anymore, I don't think.
No, I mean, I know that some people really don't like the idea of a cash-free society, but I mean, it really does kind of feel like it'll be all plastic one day.
I know. Well, we'll see.
Yep.
My sister-in-law says, always use cash. The other day I was at a restaurant with family, friends, and every single one of them, I think there was 8 of us, was paying with cash.
Oh, wow.
I was the only one paying with my Apple Wallet. I was like, okay, I never carry cash. I'm one of those. And but yeah, I like old school stuff.
If I have cash, it's gone. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, it just goes so fast. Yet you would think it'd be more dangerous to use the plastic because it's so easy to just throw the card down, debit, Apple Pay, whatever. But no, it's when I have cash, it's gone in a hurry.
See, I'm afraid of losing it. So I doubt I'll lose my phone because it's like my hip or my arm or my hand. But if I do, I think I can at least cancel things, and I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you've lost a phone in the time we've been doing this show. Now, that may have not been your fault.
Don't bring bad memories. No, joking. Actually, it was fun.
It's still on the slew right there for you if you can.
I needed a phone upgrade, I guess. I actually need another one. So I've also, talking about like mortgages, I've also noticed a lot of vendor take-back mortgages happening. A lot. Clients of mine, buyers getting it, like sellers offering it. So that's interesting. And usually that happens when the market starts getting a little tough, a little rough. So I'm starting to see that. We are having a strong spring in the greater Vancouver area especially, and most of the Fraser Valley. It kind of dwindles out a little bit when you get to Hope, Agassiz, Chilliwack areas. Not as aggressive, but it's a hot market right now. It's really good. So and there's some prediction that we may not see the low hit. And I thought maybe this year it would be it, but we may not see the low until 2024, possibly. I'm starting to hear this shudder or this rumors or this talk, right? So who was the man who predicted the 2008? And there was another prediction, and he was right on. So he's saying that. Forget his name, forgive me right now. But he's saying stocks and real estate. So right now they're down about, I think, 12 or 15%, stocks and such. And he's saying that it could go down to 30, maybe even down to 50%. But he believes it's going to be around 2024. But that's interesting. I wish I remembered his name. But those of you that are wise out there will know.
Is it Warren Buffett?
No.
Okay, I just thought I'd throw that
though.
one out, and on a chance it might be him.
I have that book of Warren Buffett quotes. It's really cool. Anyways, and so if you want a free market evaluation, please call me, because if you're interested in selling, maybe now is the best time for the next few years to sell, or the next 5 years. So spring, it's really good right now. It's strong. Buyers are out. Listings are low. Stock is low. So supply and demand, things are selling and for relatively good prices here. So I don't know. I think maybe we should go on break before we get back. I want to chat about right now. But any thoughts that you have there?
I try not to think it gets us in trouble, but looking at the clock, it probably is a good time to maybe take a quick break and come back. So if people want to see your listings, which I know there's plenty of, or maybe want to look at the stats you were talking about last week, where can they go?
MicheleCummins.ca.
We'll be back with more right after this.